Hi there, I'm Lucinda True, and I am reading for you today from Weddington, North Carolina. Weddington is a small community just south of Charlotte. And I am so very honored to be part of North Carolina 10 for 10, a fabulous initiative to raise words and voices, and most importantly, raise support for our friends in the western part of the state affected by Hurricane Helene. A big shout out and thanks to Kelly Shin. Kelly is the visionary and the mastermind behind 10 for 10. Poets and writers, we generally don't tend to be the most organized or disciplined. We're a bit rebellish. We don't follow direction precisely well. So Kelly has done the heroic in marshaling this herd of cats, very creative cats. And of course, our unending gratitude to the first responders and community partners and caring neighbors who continue to do everything in their power to help endlessly. I would like to direct your attention and possibly your donations, if you are interested, to an organization called Homeward Bound Western North Carolina. It is a nonprofit dedicated to preventing and ending homelessness. They can be found at www.homewardboundwnc.org. Now, I'm going to be reading from my new collection. It's titled What Falls to Ground. And it seems a bit fitting, given that we are talking about a phenomenon of nature that involved falling and grounding and ultimately finding grace. So I am going to begin with a poem. I find trees very magical and mystical and wonderful. And this poem is called Press a Leaf to Your Palm. Press a leaf to your palm, any leaf from any tree. Those simple trees are best. Simple in the botanical sense. A leaf with one undivided blade, a continent unto itself. Think chestnut, elm, or ash. Find one that fits your hand, matching maple's hemispheres to the reach of your fingers. Fig's heart frond to pulsing wrist. For there is magic in the touch of something live yet still, something fallen from sky, something pressed between palms like a prayer book of psalms, like a charmed tarot card. Press until it leaves a mark, a scent, a scar, stamping memory and birch moons into skin, recalling all you've let go of before, reminding you of things to hold close, like this leaf, a map of earth and sea, light and air, channeling history and mystery and breath, pressed to your palm, whispering. The best way to know trees. The best way to know trees is in winter, without the cheat sheet of leaves, when arbor crowns fall to ground, and all you have are outlines against December sky. That is when you must study silhouettes unveiled, rootstocks unearthed, seek patterns in the branches, trace the filigree of twigs, read bark like braille, understand the anatomy of blindfolded botany. You must close your eyes, take your time, search for signs, leaf scars and catkins, the weaky treble of sap, chestnut knob and honey locust thorn, the black birch scent of wintergreen in winter unadorned. When trees aren't trees at all, but stark ciphers of what they were, hieroglyphs before the fall, the cave painting aftermath of bloom and virgin blush, when what remains is but a tangle of seasons spent. That is how you'll know me too. When the sun is weak, days short, when I am gnarled and bent, prettiness long shed, brittle enough to blaze and unafraid of standing plainly in plain sight in this shroud of twilight wood. It has been a rainy summer here, and this is what has come of it for me. During the rainy season, I collect branches. Sodden, fallen limbs I pile into what will blaze in the candlewick days of autumn. Others I lay on kitchen towels, meant to absorb summer's harsh dampening and soften early descent. I arrange them in pitchers and jars, rusty rimmed tins, knobby, twisted bouquets without color or scent, without bloom or blush, just the barrenness of a film noir clip, a stretch of shadow, a bony beckoning. They are brush and ink, a calligraphy script meant for sky, now cloud scrubbed and wind blown, to this place, to this vase, where I compose a kabuki dance of branch and sculpt thorns into crowns. I have near and dear connections to the western part of the state. My two brothers and their families live in the Boone area. I was traveling to see them a few years ago and saw a sign that inspired this poem. God and All the Soldiers. Reads a sign on in a mountain town on a curvy road that doesn't allow for slowing down to squint, read fine print, contemplate beatitudes or highway bends. I drive on, passing stands selling cider and apple butter, quilts flapping on the porches of stores, gravelly off-ramps for runaway trucks and lost souls. These roads are good for wandering and wondering, but not turning around. They're good for not hurrying, for pondering God and all the soldiers, his battalions of believers, warriors I watch and wait for, expecting multitudes to rise from foothill fog, cross the crest, shoulder to shoulder, a general and his men, marching through mountain laurel, scrub pine, cap cloud. Now that would be a sight to slow for and a sign to turn around. I live in a very musical household, so trees and music come together in this one. Cello took her voice from spruce, crept in to Carpathian forest, wrapped arms around trunk, cupped ear to bark, held breath, listening for his arpeggio. From folds in her skirt, an axe emerged, newly filed and ground, blade bending to curve as she felled the tree with concerto grace. And the earth below bowed deep, amid creak of wind, beating wings, weepy leech of spring, vibrato of bee. Cello cleaved to the wood, swooning, milling, tuning, licking sap from lips, a forgive me kiss. And in the end, forest sighed in perfect time, hearing spruce rise up from cello's throat, a rending crescendo of timbre and string. Portage. If you must carry me, find a way to water. Lift me to your shoulder as you do canoes. Steady me, steady you. Scan the path ahead. Fan your feet for root and hitch and all that lies beneath. Listen for the whisper breath, the sound of pending wet, thirsty cue of sparrowhawk, the give of funneled ground. Read the signs of nearing stream, rising fog, mayfly drone, moss beard on the chin of rock. Find the unseen spring. And when the river reveals itself, ease me down to earth, then cup your hands that held so well, so long, so close. drink from the veil of watershed, and set me out to sea. When trees fall, from natural cause, northeasters, drought, decrepitude, they lean in, one upon another, a prayer of knotty hands. We pray too, in other ways, holding one another close in crook and crutch of branch and nests for those in need of cradling. We unfist fingers, unwind clocks, hold one another in a basket weave of leaf and twig and comforting. Like trees, we slant against wind and time, hearts and boughs that break. From storm and thorn and toppled crowns, we ease one another to ground, to the resting place of forest floor, to beds of moss and tender mercies yielding to ash as we all fall down. Thank you so very much, and please continue to keep our Western folk in your hearts. Thank you. Bye.